you did the Freshman 15 on Kevin Hart. So tell me how that was like. And you talked about baby steps. And
Sure did do it.
You've been busting. You've been busting your ass.
Yeah.
For at least from what I've seen on the socials for like 3 years. I've seen you told the world you did 1,000 shows 2024, 2025 you did 900 plus.
Yep.
This year I'm not really sure, but like tell me how did all those things prepare you to get to Freshman 15? And
year
how was
before
it?
that, 1,000. I think I did 1,000 3 years in a row. How it prepared me is because no representation, no manager, no like big agents, no anything else. So everything that happens to find me is through reference, or word of mouth. So what happened was I'm in Morocco, me and my old lady, and my wife was an old lady. We're sitting there, and they get an email comes from like the VP of Heartbeat Production, and goes, "Hey, Jared, there's an opportunity. Would you be open for it for a phone call, a new show?" I was like, "Yeah, F yeah." He goes, "When are you free?" I was like, "You can call right now. I'm 6 hours ahead of you, but call." He calls me, tells me what it is. I say yes. And when I get there, I'm asking all these people, I'm like, "Man, when did you know you got this?" Someone's like, "I got it 2 months ago, 3 months ago." Then I realized, I was like, "Oh wow, I was the last one selected." And I was like, and I asked, I was like, "How'd you find me in the Upside Down, man?" Because to find, you know what I mean? You really got to be looking for like comedians to find me. And he goes, "I watched your Don't Tell." And I was like, "Oh wow, you watched it?" He goes, "Yeah. I think you'd be great for the show." And when I did it, when I get to California, I'm the last comic up. And comics weren't saying this, but I could see it in their eyes. They were wondering, like, why is he the last one?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm talking to like the wait staff and like the PAs and everything else, and I'm asking them, and they're like, "What do you want from this?" I was like, "I'm just looking for some help, man. Representation, something, if you know somebody." So all the makeup ladies like, "There goes somebody. She's an agent. She's an agent. She's an agent." Like, "Jared, you just got to talk to him." I was like, "Well, let me wait till my set is over so you can see what it is." And then she goes, "Why?" And then I was like, "You believe in God?" She goes, "Yeah." And I opened up her hand like this. I said, "You believe in the disciples?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "You know what Thomas said?" I said, "Thomas said, show me the holes in your hand that I know that you're God." Meaning that sometimes people got to believe it, and they got to see it first to know that maybe this is true. So I get up there, and it was a killer set. And then after that, then people start talking to me. So it's just like the situation I was in. It's just like when you get up every single night, 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 you don't got to stay ready because you're already ready.
Exactly.
Like all the jokes I did for my Don't Tell are completely different than what I did on the Freshman 15 thing because I started exploring more of my family. I was like, this special, I want to make it about my family. So it went really, really well. I don't know when it comes out. I think it comes out in June or something like that, whatever. But when you do, like, when you're like me, like, how do I say it? I don't know if y'all play football, basketball, whatever, but we're like walk-ons.
Okay.
There's people with like scholarships, there's people who got money invested on them. Like when you walk on, that means everything you've got, you've earned. Like no one's really helped me, nothing but me and God. And I started clocking my shows because everybody else had credits.
Yeah.
So I was like, my credit is me. My credit is that I get up all the time, I get hard work. So every year, the shows have been getting less because I've been doing like bigger shows and getting into bigger clubs. So we get into bigger clubs, sometimes the little clubs have to go away. And I told my wife, I was like, listen, like last year I told her, I was like, listen, wherever you want to go, let's go. What about comedy? I was like, comedy can wait. So I told her, I was like, we play hard, but we got to like enjoy harder. So the shows have been not dwindling, but I told myself I'm going to rest more. So that's why I went down from 1,900. Because I thought about it. I was like, I was at 990 something. I was like, I can do 15 more shows and get to 1,000. But I was like, what does it all mean?
Yeah.
You've done enough. It's good. So now I think I've inspired like other comedians because now they're starting to track their shows. I did 500 this year. I was like, congratulations. I did 600. I was like, congratulations. And I was like, well, now I don't got to track them anymore. But I'm on pace to do 1,000.
And what was the last big show you did, and how was it?
It's how crazy things work too. So Comedy Cellar is like the biggest club in New York City. It's like the club people want to get into.
Where is it at?
It's on McDougal Street.
Okay.
You see the little lights. It's where Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. It's like the final boss of like Mortal Kombat.
Did you watch the movie?
Into that club. Yeah, it just came out, the new one.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the new one, but I played the game.
Okay.
I played the game. Shout out to Raiden. Shout out to Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So to get in the club, you need 2 references, right? 2 references to get in. 2 references, and some people say you got to be on TV or whatever. 2 references to get in, and I always had 1 reference, right? And sometimes black and brown comics, they don't want a reference in.
Wait, so what is for people who don't know, what is a reference?
I gotta have somebody vouch for me to get in.
Okay. And
you gotta vouch for me. So if I wanted you to get in this club, and me and your lady, we're 2 vouchers just for me to read your email.
And for that, does it mean a specific, like it has to be a specific person, like somebody big enough, or does it matter?
It has to be someone who works the club to vouch for you.
Okay, continue.
Right? A lot of people are scared to vouch because if you audition and you don't do well, it looks bad on you because you vouch for that person.
That's definitely true. I think that works in everything in life.
So I had people that would vouch for me, but every time I followed up for the vouch, they would be scared to be all like, man, you don't want to use my vouch. My vouch ain't strong enough. Oh, you want to use mine. And then I told myself, I was like, all right, this is the year. This is the year that I freaking do it. So I hit up my boy, I'll just say his name is MR. He goes, I got you like I told you 2 years ago. And then I was like, now I need to find 1 more. And I found 1 more. This platypus flaked on me. As soon as I DM'd him, freaking flaked on me, platypus. No, God bless him though, but he is a platypus. And so that's what he is, freaking. So he flaked on me. And then this is how crazy it is. Me always doing spots. I'm doing the Comedy Village, right? I do it every Tuesday and Wednesday. And this comic turns around and goes, hey man, this show is 2 hours long and you just went up there like it was the first comic of the night. I said, thank you. And he pulls me and goes, do you want to get in the Comedy Cellar? I said, yeah, man, I got to find another reference. He goes, who do you got? I only got 1. He goes, well, now you got your second.
Wow.
And he goes, I said, well, let's wait till Black History Month because maybe they'll feel better in the Black History Month to email. When Black History Month, so maybe they need more black comics. Black History. And he goes, let's do it now. So I follow back up and we do it now. We do it the last email the last January, and then the day before the Super Bowl, she goes, come in for an audition, and it's 5 minutes, and I threw on all the camo on. It's probably the only time I don't have camo on, and I was just like, making Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan 4.
Going crazy.
And then I remember afterwards, she sits you down and she's like, let's start working like that. So that was like, but even though I did do it, you know what I mean? It was just like showing me that, and I think this is I think for everyone needs to realize, just because you accomplish somebody else's goal doesn't mean you should be contented. A lot of comics want to get into this club and that's their goal, but for me, I was like, it's to go beyond that, So I'm grateful for what I have, but I'm just never contented. So that was like the biggest show where I was like, man. Because the freshman 15, I was like, I just knew I was going to do well. I saw, I'm observing everything else, but like, this is a challenging thing because everyone in this club has way more credits than me. This guy's from Netflix. This guy has been doing comedy 40 years. This guy wrote for Arsenio, for Eddie, everything else. So now it's just like learning that you got to validate yourself. You can't put your validation in a club or in a person or anything else. So that was like the first time where it made me was just challenging because it's newer. And everybody's cold. It's not going to be no nights where you're the strongest comic for the first time ever. It's just like, freaking, I don't know if you ever met a woman named Yamanika Sanders, but just freaking killer. And you got to follow her at night. You got to follow Godfrey. You know what I mean? All these comics work the club. So this is probably like challenging, but this is like the most important thing I've done right now is just getting into the dance, but making sure you stay in the dance. That's what's happening right now.